The trade area restrictions for any given vessels are stated in the trading certificate or in the vessel instructions. The restrictions, they depend on the constructions, the equipment, and many other factors of the vessel. Trade area means a clearly defined area of sea in which a ship may trade, and this has direct influence on the construction, equipment, manning, and operation of the ship. The trade area includes all areas within the boundaries that are set out and which we will review in a second. Ships, equipment, and crew shall be considered as a whole, so that the certificate which imposes the greatest restrictions shall be decisive with regards to the trade area permitted. For instance, the vessel may be approved for international trade, but if you only have a radio certificate that allows you to stay within radio area A1, then you cannot go outside that area. So the strictest restrictions apply. Trade area 1 is the smallest, followed by 2, 3, 4 and small coasting. These are inland trading areas, and the D6 license applies up to small coasting. In this example of a vessel instruction, we see fartsområde 4, trade area 4. In the next example, we have liten kystfart, which is small coasting. And we must take the trade areas into account when we're planning voyages and deciding which port to visit. We cannot visit ports that are outside our permitted trade area or that require us to sail through areas that are outside our permitted trade areas. To find out where the limits for the different trade areas are, we have to use the chart service at Sjøfartsdirektoratet and choose the topic card trade areas. If we do that, we end up having a chart image like this. We have the explanation which we've displayed here. Fartsområde 1, 2, 3, 4 and liten kystfart. Trade area 1, 2, 3, 4 and small coasting. And we'll have a little bit closer look at what these different areas mean. We find them explained in the regulations on trade areas. And there we see that trade area 1 is trade on Norwegian lakes and rivers and the inner parts of fjords and in other Norwegian waters where smooth waters can generally be expected. So sheltered waters. Trade area 2 in Norwegian waters which are protected against waves and wind from the open sea, including all more restricted waters than that. Trade area 3 is voyage on the Norwegian coast where the stretches without protection against waves and wind from the open sea do not exceed 5 nautical miles. And trade area 4 on the Norwegian coast where the stretches without protection against waves and wind from the open sea do not exceed 25 nautical miles. Outside that, you are in small coasting. Small coasting is a voyage on the Norwegian coast where the unsheltered stretches exceed 25 nautical miles, but you're never further off the coast than 20 nautical miles from the baseline. And the baseline is a line that goes from between the outermost islands and skerries on the coast.